se acuerda de mi nombre, Cacho.
So hey Raquel, share with me your weekend.
So I had, I think, a normal weekend, but at the same time, I got this, I don't know how to say it, this kind of propose from my job that maybe I can take maybe more hours, but this implies me to stay in Saturdays. And normally on the weekends, I travel my hometown. So I am now like deciding if I stay here. I I mean, if I accept this, I couldn't be able to go to my hometown. So yeah.
Okay, so this week has been for you like normal, but you had this proposal at your job and they need you to work on Saturdays, but the weekend is usually the days you go to your hometown.
Yeah.
Where is your hometown?
In Ambato.
And your family is there?
Yeah.
So you normally go all the weekends to visit your family.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you give me some details on what you do with your family? Why is it so important that you go every week?
Yes, we're a really close family. Since I remember, like since I have memory, we like to go and I don't know to the park. When we were kids, to the park and play and have this fun time. Right now we are older. It's not necessary to go somewhere. Just staying home. It's like really warm for me. It's nice. I feel like in my safe place, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me that since you were a kid, your family has been very united, and you, like, as a kid, you did very activities like going to the park, and now that you're grown up, maybe it's not much about going out with your family, it's just spending time with them.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned this is your safe place and where you feel warm.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a bit about why did you have to come here to study, and how was leaving your family in your hometown?
Well, I think I got this good transition because my older brother, he also came here to study, so he traveled first. So yes, I saw when my mom stood like crying and everything. She was fine when my brother was leaving, like have fun, like leave. She was like nothing happened to her, but then she went inside and started crying and everything. So it was like a hard season for her. But when I got to leave, when it was my turn, she was more relaxed. She was, I don't know, maybe she cried, I don't know, but I felt her more calm. So yes, it was like hard, but not that hard.
Okay, so you're telling me that your transition to this city was a bit easier because the fact that your brother came here first. So your parents were like more prepared for you to leave as he left first. And how was like how did you adapt to the city? Do you think it was hard? How did it affect your life, like with your social life, your health, your studies? How do you think it affected?
I think it was like maybe I would think I think it would, yeah, good enough, like normal I can say, because I live with my brothers in this apartment, so we keep on sharing things, and I feel we are in this similar familiar space. So I think I'm fine because of this, and also I think I was excited. I was like expecting a lot, like oh my gosh, university and everything. So I was excited.
Okay, so this proposal, a job, they're asking you to stay in Saturdays. How do you think this will affect you if you accept the proposal?
Well, I think it will affect because maybe I won't go back to my hometown, or even if I do, maybe on Sundays or Saturday nights. But I think it will waste my energy because of the trip and everything. Um, and also, I don't know. I think that my family will be reluctant to this. Like you shouldn't. They haven't told me nothing. Um, but I kind of feel it.
Okay. Okay, so even though your parents haven't said like told you not to accept the proposal, you feel like it will affect them too in certain way. Um, talk to me about your job a bit. Why did they ask you to stay on Saturdays, and why, like, are you considering this offering as something you maybe can manage to do?
Well, this they offered me this because I work in this stimulation center where moms and babies come until like from 0 to 5 years. So I've learned a lot, and I like kids a lot. So I think it's my happy place, I can say. And the fact that they consider me to stay as a main teacher, it is important for me. So yes, I think I'm achieving something, and this is kind of a way to my independence. Not yet that like totally apart, but it's like the beginning of it.
Okay, so you feel like this job is really important to you, besides you like working with kids and like it's your happy place because you can like interact with them and be the like be in charge and everything. And you also feel like it's a great achievement that they have taken you into consideration, and you feel like this is an opportunity for you to be independent from your parents. So, like, give me some details of what would happen if you would take this proposal.
Well, I have thought about it, and I think that my parents would have like these two emotions, like being proud, but at the same time like sad, um, because I won't be with them like as often as I am right now. So I think it's kind of the transition again, like similar when I came here to college. But now, if I accept this, it's minimum for a year. So I will stay here like for the year and maybe not see them in that time.
Okay, and maybe have you managed to seek some other solutions? For example, maybe they can come here sometimes, and so that you can take your job offering that means so much to you. Have you maybe thought of other alternatives for you to see them?
Well, I haven't thought about that, and I think it's a great idea. I don't know how easily it would be that, but I have thought maybe I could negotiate with my boss, like tell her that I don't know, maybe just 1 hour at Saturday, not like the 3 hours or the 4 or 2, like kind of negotiate so I can maybe travel there or something like that. I'm still thinking of it.
Okay, maybe a great solution would be tell your boss you can work one Saturday and then the other not, and then one Saturday, and then you can visit your family twice a month. That's not like as often as now, but it's still something you could do.
Yeah.
Okay, can you talk to me about your brothers? How was your relationship with them? How was it when you came here? How is it now?
Well, I'm like the youngest and last one. I have this my older sister, my brother, and so I think I'm close to them, but we have this interesting relationship because with my sister, even though she's 11 years older than me,
Okay.
we still manage to have this great relationship. With my brother, we're just 1 year apart, and with him is not a bad relationship, but he's like a person like not outgoing, like really into himself. So if I stay here, because he still got to graduate like in December,
Okay.
so if I accept this, I will be with him. So yes, I mean, if I stay, I will stay with my brother, with my sister and brother, because I live with them right now. So yes, I will be with them.
Okay, so you're telling me that your relationship with your sister is really good, considering she's 11 years older than you, and with your brother, that's only 1 year apart from you. It's also great, and you wouldn't have trouble living with them if you decide to stay here for the next year. What do they think about your like this proposal? What do they like think if you should accept or not, or maybe they have told you something?
Well, I have not told them like in an explicit way or with details. I just told them like I have a new offer, but I didn't tell them about Saturdays. So they just know maybe I will work more, but they don't know this. And I just told my mom yesterday when I called her, and my brother like without telling him about Saturdays.
Okay, and how do you think they're gonna react when you tell them that you may not go home for a year?
I think they will be, I don't know if upset because we travel together, like one of them drives and we go together. Maybe worried, like my myself on the whole weekend, like I will cook for myself and everything, but I don't have trouble doing. But yeah, they're kind of like my parents in here.
Okay. Okay, so you think your brothers will be worried for you during this time because they're always there with you, and leaving you alone for the weekend would be like a concern for them, but you wouldn't have trouble like being independent in that way and just like doing this for your job and for your academic life and for your future too. So tell me a bit more about your relationship with your parents now that you're here. Like, do you call them every day, or how do you manage to communicate to them? And I want you to tell me also, like, how did you tell them about this proposal, and how did they react?
Well, my communication with my parents right now, we text a lot, like every day, day and night, if we have eaten or not. But we don't call each other that much if there's this important thing. And well, I just have told my mom because my dad is working, so he comes like 15 days.
Okay.
So he's not at home right now. And my mom told me, like, I don't know, she gave me like this while we were on the phone, this tone like, oh, it's your decision, but with this tone that made me really think about this, like in a negative way, that I have this proposal.
Okay, so you do think your mom had like some negative reaction towards your proposal, and you haven't told your dad yet. How do you think he's gonna react knowing that Saturdays maybe you won't travel home?
I think he will be maybe not. He will not agree because right now that I'm working, like in this few hours that I have, he kind of dislike it because he thinks like you're studying psychology, not education. You're not doing things for that. So he wants me to be like performing psychology. So maybe he's like, you're wasting your time. I think that he will tell me this.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but your father doesn't appreciate your job right now because he doesn't feel like it's connected to your career. And if like you feel like if you share this proposal with him, he'll tell you that you are wasting your time because it's not something focused on your career. What do you think about this? Like, why did you take this job, and why not a psychology one?
Well, I think that I'm not wasting my time, as my dad will say, because I am saving money and I am learning a lot about not only, yes, it's not psychology, but I can see a lot of the theory I've seen about kids and also this parent relationship with them. So my plan is to save some money to maybe study another like masters in psychology.
Okay.
So yes, I think like I'm not wasting time.
Okay, so you think that your job is really like it's giving you lots of knowledge about your career in kids specifically because you've seen this series and you have been applying them in this job. You're also saving lots of money through this job, and you want to do a master's in psychology. So have you talked to your parents about this, like that this job is not like you do want to work in psychology, it's just like a transitional work. Have you told them this?
Yes, I have told that because as I know he dislikes it, I told him like I am in this place right now, but it's temporal, like hold on, it's just for a while. So he kind of relaxed there. But if I tell him like I will stay like a year, maybe he will disagree with me.
Okay, so this like temporary job, you feel like it's like giving you lots of knowledge in your career, and the next year you feel like it will be like a great investment of time because you will earn money, and so your parent, you think he doesn't like it, and okay, so we will keep on working on this decision, and we'll see other options and how your parents can understand that you like this is something you really want, and we will also work on how to like manage this independence without like being homesick. So thank you.
Thank you. Oops.